usually goes to blocks. Is that right?
It depends. That's how it started out at the beginning of the year. Now he tends to go to wherever he wants to go. Because what happens is we will kind of test. It's kind of one of those things where we test in the morning. You know, how's he feeling? If he's feeling really receptive, we let him pick, which is we can either give him the board maker and let him choose, which is, you know, Colleen is right, anywhere from 4 to 6 choices, of what he wants to do at that time. And sometimes we let him go around the room because he does that crawl, but he really likes to be able to get around, and he will go where he wants to go if you give him the ability to do it.
So sometimes he's given a choice with the communication board, and sometimes he's just allowed to wander and go around. And when he's doing that is because he gets around the room also with that commando crawl, is that right? Okay. Does he seem like he's purposeful, like he's trying to get places and then he'll go somewhere else?
Absolutely.
Or is he just kind of wandering and then go and wander?
No, he's really purposeful. He tends to like the outdoors. So if it's a beautiful day and the door is open, he will go straight for that door and just look out the door onto the playground.
Okay. All right. And the other children will come up and play with him and so on? Yeah. Does he have any way to communicate with them?
I would say it pretty much boils down to what Colleen said, which is he has ma, and ma is a big word for him, and usually if he's receptive, he will say ma.
Okay.
So.
Do you think the other kids have figured that out?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good. When you think about free play on a scale of 1 to 5, how well is it working for Jack?
I think it's working really well. I would give it a 4.
Okay. All right.
Because that's the time he's allowed to go anywhere in the classroom that he wants to go. He's not put in a position, because there's some things he really enjoys less than others.
So, and at free play, he's busy.
Right.
He moves around independently.
Right.
The way he moves independently.
Right.
And he responds well when the kids interact with him.
Right.
Okay, good. What happens after free play?
Breakfast.
All right. And how does that work?
We usually set up breakfast for Jack, which is grits or oatmeal. Oh, I'm sorry, porridge.
Yeah.
Grits and porridge. That's the culture.
Yeah. And yogurt or cottage cheese or something like that.
Okay.
Because he
now,
eats.
Where does he sit at breakfast? What does he sit in?
He sits in his wheelchair. Before he sat in an adaptive chair, but what happened was we found out that if we raised one of the tables, it was perfect for his wheelchair, and he could, before he was having to lean in to the table, or we were having to try and figure out a good position to feed him in.
Yeah.
Whereas now he can roll right up to the table.
Good.
And since we're working on, you know, him feeding himself and, you know, doing that hand over hand where we're getting his, you know, spoon to his mouth, it's a lot easier.
Okay.